How I made $200,000 in 2 months as a realtor. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I made $200,000 in 2 months as a realtor. The strategy is not that difficult. The concept is actually pretty simple. Focus on the few and not the many. Too many realtors out there are trying to sell everything to everyone. They're like, oh, you want to buy a condo? Yeah, I can do that. Detached? Oh, I can do that. Townhouse? I can do that. Oh, plus which neighborhood? All of the neighborhoods. I do everything. And to some degree, when people ask me, what do I specialize in? I say, I help you build real estate portfolios, and I specialize usually in Vancouver and Richmond. But of course, I've done deals all over the place. But I don't say I specialize in everything. Even though I'm born and raised in Vancouver, I could do buying and selling in different areas of Vancouver and the suburbs and such and such. But I specialize in luxury marketing for luxury homes, also building real estate portfolios for my middle class or upper class clients, and also helping them with real estate investments. For many realtors, they're trying to sell everything, everywhere, and to every person. I have a niche myself, which I just shared, but in terms of who my demographics are, it's pretty clear. There's certain clients I don't work with, and there's certain clients I do work with. So the clients who are like really negative or energy draining and super high maintenance, I stay away from those. It's not that it's not that I hate them or anything. It's just that they're not a good fit for the way I do business. And there are some realtors that will service them better than I could. So then I don't deal with and I don't serve those clients. The clients that I work with are really appreciative, and they see my value, and they see the systems that I set up, and they really understand what I stand for. Those that don't, they're not a good fit for me. And I work with those that didn't understand in the beginning of my career, and it was difficult. It was like pulling teeth because I was trying to help them to understand how I do business, and they wouldn't buy into my philosophies, and they would go different ways, and they would go rogue, and it was very difficult. So for you, focus on the few and not the many. Don't try to sell everything to everyone. Have a niche, maybe a specific area, maybe a specific type of property, maybe of a specific expertise. So what I did to sell $200,000 in 2 months was I picked an area in the city. I picked a development and an area in a particular city, and I just did my due diligence like crazy. So what I did to sell $200,000 in 2 months was I looked around the whole city and I did my due diligence. I said, which area, which city has a great development that works and makes financial and economic sense. I did my analysis. How's the GDP of this area? What's the population growth in this area? Who are the demographics? Are they wealthy? Are they poor? Are they middle class? Are they upper class? And I did vacancy analysis. How is the rental in this area, in this city, in that city? And I picked a city after doing my due diligence. Okay, I found the city. That's a very macro perspective. Okay, in this city, which development or which areas of that city are great? So I did all my due diligence again, and I picked a development and an area to focus on. And then once I picked that area based on my due diligence and my analysis, then I am convinced myself that this area or this development makes sense, and this development or this area can generate wealth for my clients. And then I have the reasons to back it up because I did the due diligence first. Then I promote this development or this area like crazy. I aggressively promote it because I believe in it. I buy into it. And then I spend my 2 months just doing that, promoting it. Instead of going to a realtor and say, hey, what developments or which area would you focus on? They're like, oh, well, you could focus on this area or this city or that city or this development, this development. For me, I eliminated all those choices. I said, this area is my favorite. This city and this area, this development, this vicinity is very good. Why? Here's the job growth. Here's the economic analysis. Here's the community development. Here's the rental rates. Here's why I like this development, the developer, the construction company, the architect. Here's the comparables for this development versus vicinity or area. like the nearby. Oh, this is the quality of finishing, what's going to happen in the future. This is the amenities nearby, why it's great. And I was convinced, and because I was totally bought in, and because I was totally convinced that of this development in this area, I was able to focus just on this development and heavily promote it. And I believe in this area so much because I did the due diligence. I did the strategic analysis. I did the exit strategies for my clients. They said, oh, well, Gary, if I bought in this area or in this development, why would it make sense for me? I can provide them. Okay, well, if you keep this, if you rent it out later, your rental rates would be like this. If you do asset appreciation, your numbers look like this. It'll be like X% asset appreciation, and I forecasted it that way. And I was able to communicate this to my clients. And so they bought into it and they believed me. And that's why it's so important to focus on the few and not the many. You cannot be an expert at all cities and all areas and all developments and every developer. You only have 24 hours in a day. You cannot master everything. So you pick the area that's best. And it's not about like, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, you think macro-wise first. And then you narrow down. Because you can pick a good unit in a wrong area. If you pick a good unit in a wrong area, you're in trouble. But if you pick a bad unit in a good area, chances are you're gonna make money because the area will influence the prices. Anyways, I hope you found value. Hey, subscribe, comment below, share this video if you found value, thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.